Welcome to another episode of Replay, everyone. I am Andrew Reiner. Glad to have you here. We should be sitting outside watching some baseball since it was the baseball opener. But sports don't exist anymore. All you have are esports to watch. They're still good, but you know what? You can't have a hot dog out in the sun watching that. We're going to miss baseball. Juba's here as well.
I don't care about baseball. Hello.
Yeah, but you like those hot dogs, I'm sure.
I do like the hot dogs. That's true.
Yeah. Beer. Yeah. And Alex Stadnik, he's a big baseball guy.
I do like baseball, but I also like the idea of just watching esports in my bed with a hot dog, trying not to spill ketchup. I think that could be fun.
You, Alex, with just the pot of recently boiled hot dogs.
Like a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah.
just forking it in there. See, things aren't that bad.
We might be going a little stir crazy, and I'm sure you are too. So hopefully we can lighten your day. We're playing a game that I gave a 10 out of 10 to. This is Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Actually, it's going to be Alex on the sticks. This came out November 3rd, 2004.
Wow.
On PS2. And this trilogy, I got a lot of grief for this, but I thought it was every bit as good as the Mario trilogy.
Ooh. Spicy take.
I adore these games. I think they do something so different.
Yeah.
It's so fun. And these characters, Ratchet and Clank, you're seeing here, playing hollow chess from the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. That is clearly just physical, actual chess.
With the wrong pieces on it.
Yeah. It's like someone took their Disney Infinity figures and put them on a chessboard.
Now they're playing Space Roulette. We might have a roulette here. We'll see. We're not live today, by the way. Sorry about that. But I'm going to be venturing tomorrow outside.
So, real talk, Reiner, how
the wasteland.
Yeah. How far away from your house are you actually going to go? Or are you just going to run around in your backyard?
I'm going to be in my car, and I'm just going to stop places and then I'm doing Pokemon Go. They're doing a fest. It was supposed to be in St. Louis. I was supposed to be on vacation going down there. But guess what? It was all postponed or canceled, but they kept the event alive, and we get to do it from the safety of our own homes or cars.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do.
I forget who it was, but I saw someone on Twitter point out that Animal Crossing is to today is like the opposite of what Pokemon Go was several years ago.
Yeah,
right?
for real.
Like Pokemon Go is everyone's outside and playing that, and Animal Crossing is like everyone is inside and playing that.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
But it's still got that social component there too, which is interesting.
Yep. That's the one thing. I like that game a lot. I wish they would do more with the co-op, though.
Just hours ago, the planet was attacked without warning.
Which one?
Online, like letting me have my house in your world, Joe, or
officials believe that
just being a visitor, taking a plane there, and you can fish and stuff like that, but it's just not.
As you can see,
I don't know. I want a meteor co-op experience over the online.
Yeah. Well, you can, if you're best friends, you can dig holes in people's yards. which I've done
grief.
Yeah, I did that so much that Elise took me off of her best friends list.
I saw that. I've loved your guys' Twitter interactions. It's been one of my favorite things.
Back to the game. This is the third entry in the series. And they've had like a dozen games. And I hope they have a new one for PS5. That would be incredible.
Do you think this sort of represented the apex of this series, though, in terms of its quality, or if not even quality, just sort of relevance, maybe?
Yeah. They tried to do the movie, that kind of bomb.
I forgot.
It was going to be direct to Blu-ray or DVD, but then they put it in theaters and got, really mixed reviews, but more on the negative side. But yeah, I think so. There was the good series on PS3, A Crack in Time. Those games were good.
I remember.
But this game right here, man, they nailed it, especially at the time with the weapons and balancing and exploration. It all came together in such a meaty and entertaining way.
Yeah, I do remember when it was Crack in Time, right? For PS3. I remember when they first did demos of that, and they were like, "This is what the PS3 is capable of." I was like, "Oh man, like this is gorgeous." And I haven't looked at it since. I wonder if I would still feel that way.
I want to see that instead of Knack 3. Like, I hope PS5's like first demo isn't Knack 3. I hope it's like Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Or I guess maybe Horizon 2 everybody would want, or God of War 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, there are
those.
lots of demos that I would ask for before a Ratchet and Clank demo.
But here's the thing. You know those games are getting sequels, right?
Yeah.
Ratchet Clank, you just don't know now. Like, it's been, I don't know how long.
Because it skipped. Oops. It skipped.
They did the remake.
Yeah, but we didn't get a new Ratchet and Clank on PS4, right?
It was just like that downloadable short one, I think.
Is me.
Yeah, I think we did. But it was just like Sent Out to Die.
Oh.
I think it was the one that lined up with the movie, and that was the remake. But it had like a lot of new content.
Okay. I loved how creative the guns were. It just felt like a playground.
So Alex, did you say you played the PSP games?
I played the PSP, not the Secret Agent Clank one, but what was the one called on PSP? Do you remember?
I'll look
should
these
look it
up.
up. Yeah, it has been so long. But when Reiner was like, "We should play this," I was like, I have such fond memories of the little I've played of this series.
Reiner, while you're looking stuff up, look up to see if there was like a new game on PS4. Because I'm like 90% sure there was, and just no one paid attention,
including us who work in the industry.
Yeah.
So it started out in 2002 on PS2 with just Ratchet and Clank, and then a year later we got Going Commando, and then a year after that this game here, Up Your Arsenal. And then they were like, okay, that's the end of the trilogy, let's do something more action focused, like more serious focused, I guess. They did that Deadlocked one where they put the mask on him.
Oh, that was was that a multiplayer sort of thing?
Yeah, there was a big focus on that, but it was all kind of arena based.
Yeah,
It was a good game, but it kind of lost its identity. That was the wrong step for the series, even though it was still fun, right?
Yeah.
But this is where it's at.
Yeah.
And then then we went to PS3 in 2007 for Tools of Destruction. Then a year later, Quest for Booty. A year after that, A Crack in Time. And then there was Into the Nexus. And then the reimagining 2016. And then that was it. And then their spin-off, Size Matters, Secret Agent Clank, All for One, remember that.
What system was Into the Nexus on?
Into the Nexus.
Your maximum nanotech level has increased.
Let's see. I think I gotta click into it here. PS3.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's the one I was thinking of.
Gotcha.
And reimagining was PS4. Yeah. I want to say there was a short one, Size Matters. That was PSP.
Oh,
Secret
he's a
Agent
friend.
Clank was PSP.
You can reverse the camera.
All for One.
Options menu.
Full Frontal Assault was that was that weird one, right? The like Tower Defense-y.
Oh man, they really tried some
That
funky
was
stuff with this
PS3.
series.
Yeah.
Man,
And then they had Going Mobile.
this series is really interesting to me, I guess, because it makes you think about that idea of, like, if a franchise is successful and people like it, obviously companies want to keep putting it out there.
Right.
But then you end up with something like Ratchet and Clank that has these great games that people remember fondly, and then this sort of like this slide into sort of ignominy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look what's happening right now. Look at this.
Like, what do you think the world looks like if they had actually made this third game and then just said, like, it's over, we're not doing Ratchet and Clank anymore?
I think the internet would every day be like, we need another one. Where's the next one? Why aren't you listening to us?
That's so true.
Yeah.
People just don't know what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they think they do.
You know, Insomniac and Sony, you know, their publishing partner, and now they're a subsidiary of, or a sister company of, right? They've always been really smart. Like, they know when something's done, right? Like Resistance, it was like, okay, you let's retire this series for now.
Yeah.
Fuse.
That was EA, but that was one and done, right?
Yeah.
Who did
Sunset Overdrive I loved, but nobody played that.
That makes me sad. That's the one that I loved the most out of them, out of their games, I think.
Out of all of Insomniac's games?
Out of most of them. So,
Wow.
So,
This is
I
my
guess
favorite.
Spider-Man's up.
Spider-Man is right there, neck and neck, even though I gave that, like a 9.5. But talk about a hell of a first step.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, Reiner, as I'm watching Alex play this, I think Spider-Man might actually be a better game than this. So how do you explain that score discrepancy?
Yeah, what's the deal, man?
I don't have one. I'm a hack. I guess I'm just a hack. You know, I could argue time and games have evolved, but we all know that doesn't make sense.
No, that's not it.
Look at that mech. That's cooler than anything in Spider-Man. Boxes break. That doesn't happen in Spider-Man.
No, it does not.
So
Criminals' faces do.
Talk to me
Actually,
a
you
little
can
bit
throw
about the weapons here, because that's the thing that I remember as someone who never really got into this series. I remember that's the thing that everyone was always talking about with it. It's just like these creative, crazy weapons.
Yeah. So if you have can you bring up your weapon wheel yet?
Yep.
Or is that not okay?
Yep.
So you have the shock launcher, and so you just kind of have some basic stuff right now.
Yeah, just for now I do.
But that one's actually kind of cool, the nitro launcher.
Yeah. And yeah, wasn't it the more you use them, the more they leveled up?
Yeah, so you see you have experience up top. You're going to be leveling your character. On the left, I believe, is a meter for leveling up those guns.
Yeah.
So they really incentivize you to use each weapon.
Sir, we are here to help.
And it pays off big time, you know, like the number of little bots you can summon, or, you know, little robot helpers. That's another thing too. There's a lot of gameplay with Clank. And they do different things in each entry. And we'll get to see some of that here in a little bit.
Cool.
Is this a case? Did people eventually just end up liking Clank better than Ratchet?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he's got the better sense of humor.
Yeah.
Ratchet's fine as kind of like, I wouldn't even say he's a Luke Skywalker. I don't even know who you compare him to. You know, he's just kind of bland, but he's not offensive. Whereas Clank has all the personality. Like he's really great.
But he's offensive. He just drops F-bombs all the time, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, I don't like this guy.
This reminds me, these cutscenes remind me of this being an era, the PS2, when people kept talking about like, when are we going to get Pixar level graphics or Toy Story graphics, right? Because we see that games are sort of striving for that cartoony look, but they can't pull it off with the same fidelity, basically.
We need you to find this
Right.
Yeah.
But
fate of the galaxy.
like, I see people, if anyone asks that question now, my first instinct is always to say like, go back and watch the first Toy Story. Like we're there. We have hit Toy Story level graphics at
Yeah.
this point.
Oh, definitely.
So I don't know if this one has leveling up weapons or if it is weapon upgrades, but there is a way to upgrade them.
Yeah, we can take a look in a sec.
And the whole thing, the whole basis of this series of planet hopping for levels is so effective because you just get a whole different environment each time and different enemies.
So let's see. Missions, weapons.
And then the secrets they have hidden in these, like, and they're always pretty easy to get 100% in.
Yeah.
And then the challenges they have on top of that, where, you know, they have you do specific things or look for certain things in the environment to break. It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, I do love it when your weapons have a bunch of meters that fill up as you get kills with them.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right.
Here we go.
Max out ammo, and then I can buy some new stuff.
Plasma whip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lightsaber whip.
Oh,
That's what
man.
that is.
Yes.
Kratos, where are you, man?
Oh, you can. That's really cool.
Oh, don't go in there.
Just literally testing the waters.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah, this game's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
This reminds me of that weapon from Johnny Mnemonic, and it's going to be in Cyberpunk 2077 also, that little like nano wire thing. I guess this is a much bigger version of it.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to slicing things up with that thing.
I totally blocked that movie from my memory.
Yeah, that was not a
You just
familiar
brought it
thing.
up, and I just thought about a dolphin. That was like the first thing that came to mind. That and that whip, or the little thing to
Yeah,
throats or whatever.
I've actually been thinking of rewatching it because I went to go see it with my dad when it first came out, and it was a little too like gory and disturbing and violent. And and we walked out.
Walked out. Wow.
I say we as though it was like a mutual decision, but I think my dad was sort of like, we're not watching.
We are leaving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've never walked out of a movie.
I recently rewatched Demolition Man. The beginning of Demolition Man, and it was that moment, one of those moments you have where you remember it fondly in your mind, like, yeah, that was a good 2 hours of my life. Like, I enjoyed that a bunch, and it was good escapism.
Yeah.
And the second I started watching it, I was just like, how did I believe any of this stuff? Like, or how was I entertained by this? It looks bad, and it's like the writing's bad.
He one-shotted me.
Yeah, I recently rewatched Short Circuit, which was a favorite movie of mine from when I was a kid. Yeah, and I was so looking forward to like rewatching it and having it hit that nostalgia. And boy, that movie just sucks.
Oh no! Say it. Are you sure you weren't watching the sequel?
No, I'm sure. Yeah, it is so bad.
Oh, my parents showed me Short Circuit back in the day. That makes me sad.
Yeah, so like now, that put a new level of like me being scared to revisit old favorites, because like it's like if Short Circuit can be bad, anything,
yeah.
Get out of there, man! Just go to the left.
I have that bad tendency of just fighting everything that's in my way.
Oh, you should have shotgunned them.
I panicked.
Yeah, you'll learn that your wrench is mostly good for hitting boxes. Like you want to keep your guns out at all times.
Hold triangle and select an icon with the left.
There we go.
It's like Dark Souls for Alex.
Yo, this is Dark Souls for me. I'm handing in my 2 weeks. That's not good. I need to be better at video games.
Okay, I think you are leveling up your gun. That's the meter on the bottom.
Yeah, see, I'm just grinding, you know.
Alex is being smart.
Yeah,
he's being a min-maxer here.
I'm taking what the game gives me and going from there. Okay.
Yeah, and then you learn what weapons to use on certain enemies.
Yeah, and how to run away from giant scary ones.
It's the best.
You made it.
There we go.
And this still looks like it holds up really well. This still looks like it's really fun.
It's got a nice style to it, definitely. There we go.
You still stand by that 10 from back in the day, Ryan?
No, I've already said I'm a hack. So
no.
What are you guys thinking? This is like I don't know, 8.
I mean, this still feels good.
Yeah, I do. Like at the time, I was just blown away by this game. I thought it was so good. It was like the pinnacle of what the series could be, right? Like we talked about earlier, like this was kind of the peak, and there's still really good games. They're still kind of hovering there, but this is the zenith of Insomniac's Ratchet and Clank games.
Yeah. Looks like I have to go back. Oh no! All right, we're good for the moment.
Don't worry, Cthulhu lives in the swamp.
Yeah, obviously, if you were reviewing this today, it would get a different score. But there are times even when I like have gone to play things that I have. I mean, it goes both ways. Things that I scored low or things that I scored high, and then I go back to them, and it's like, I don't know if I even agree with that anymore.
Yeah,
it's just kind of
like funny. I was thinking about God of War 3 the other day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was like, man, I love that when it came out. It was just like everything I wanted it to be. But then I look at it now, and it's like, oh, it's okay. You know, like it's not like the levels of what I remember it being. Like the things that I thought were impressive, there have been better things that have come after, right? So it kind of diminishes what you see then.
Definitely. And also, like, we got a very mature take on what that character and who he is, and I feel like it changed everything about those games, because I love the first 3 God of War games.
Right. And the one thing I'll say about those games, they still do scale better than any other game. I would even say more so than Shadow of the Colossus, just given like the speed and intensity that's delivered with those giant titans.
Yeah.
Those moments are still just outstanding, or a big Kraken or something. You know, like they knock those out of the park. Those will always be impressive in my mind.
Definitely.
But just the dance, the gameplay dance, you know, that they had that you did through 90% of the game. That's what I look at and go, oh, yeah, this was fun, but it you know, it's not as impressive as a lot of games today.
Yeah,
but it laid the groundwork for them.
Definitely.
I wonder if in some ways there's a little bit of Return of the King going on in that one, right? Where it's like being a lot of the praise for 3 also being tied into it being the conclusion of an arc.
Yeah,
that's been going on for a while too.
Yeah,
and I mean he kills everybody like in God of War 3. Like he really
spoilers, but yeah,
that's what happens in this game too.
Yeah, brutally.
Ratchet goes crazy.
Yeah,
kills the entire universe.
Yeah.
No, I think back to it, and not to veer too far from Ratchet and Clank stuff still, but like even now, I think if I were to list just like top 10 moments of any video games of all time, that final scene where you're just punching Zeus in the face until you stop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's brilliant. It's
so good.
Yeah.
So I don't think God of War 3 is, undeserving of that high score either. I think it does a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
But like anything that's older, even Star Wars, or Empire Strikes Back, my favorite movie ever. I look at it and it's like, oh, that Tauntaun. I used to think it was real, but it's clearly stop motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting you bring up.
Yeah, go for it.
I was just going to say, it's interesting you bring up Star Wars because I know this is going to be a little blaspheme-esque, but like I think last year I watched Return of the Jedi, and I had some of those moments too where I was like, oh, this isn't quite what I remembered it being. There's some still amazing sequences in it, but Empire is definitely my favorite out of all of it, which isn't a hot take at all. But
I have a lot of problems with Return.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like a lot of like, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh, huh?
Oh, get there.
You can do it. Go. Yes. If this were Sonic 06, that would not have worked.
No, he'd be spinning through the horizon. Look at you. Look at you.
How many times you got to kill this thing? What are you even doing?
He's dancing. He's got it down. Look, he's got the sidestep down.
There we go. See, we're learning. We're getting better.
Do we have an objective here?
Yeah, go on.
Shoot and learn the jump. Not that way, but learn it.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute. No.
Your armor and
Oh, here we go.
increased for a limited
Did you
time.
fall in the water, but it's only ankle deep?
I would.
What was going on there?
I would say I could go back and find out. I don't know if I want to though.
Yeah,
we'll
okay,
have to this weekend.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
My gaming career is at stake, man.
Look at him there. Oh man. What are they throwing? Boomerangs?
Yeah.
No, those are crows. I don't know what they're really called. I don't think that thing is called a crow. Is that?
I don't think so.
Next to a wall.
I don't know.
That's the name of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh. There we go.
You can do it. Nice.
Doesn't really show you where you're jumping on some of those ledges, though.
Some of these 3D platformers of the PS2 era, I think, while a huge step up over PS1, some of that camera work gets real tricky.
Yep.
Man, that just doesn't have the range that you think it does.
I think you could do like a standing jump or a running jump with that.
Because then there's that. Okay.
Reiner, do you remember writing reviews back in this era? How common a complaint like finicky camera work, bad camera work, like that.
Yeah.
We were like that was such a problem with games on PS2. I'm like, I can't remember the last time that was a serious issue in a game anymore.
Yeah, like the clipping and all that stuff. Like it doesn't happen often anymore. And again, that's just, these developers cutting their teeth on new tech and everybody kind of collectively working on solutions. That's part of what I really like is interesting about games that people don't think about often is developers talk a lot. They work together a lot, even though they are kind of competing for sales and your dollar.
Definitely.
But they're all trying to, most of them are trying to, outside of when it was Game Day versus Madden, help each other out and make better products.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
also,
is great.
There's something about this game that just is so satisfying that you can just smash so many boxes.
Oh yeah.
And the sound of getting those, the currency that you use for the vendor, you could buy another gun again.
Yeah. Oh, good call. Yeah. Next time a gadget shop comes up.
We have company. Where? Behind you. Where? Behind
So why does he have a wrench? Like, what's his job?
You having a good time?
That's a good question. I mean, they explain it in the first game. I don't remember.
Okay. It just seems like
It might have been a mechanic or something.
If he needs a good melee weapon, you think he'd at least get something like a blade, a sword, or something. Like,
well, I mean, what is he doing? Like every adventure, he just goes out with that thing and no guns.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yet we know he has like a full arsenal.
He's upped his arsenal.
up your arse. Oh,
Sorry, I beat you to it.
no, yours was better. Yours was better.
I don't
That's
have,
such a problem of games of like when it's a sequel and they have to like explain away why Kratos lost all of his powers, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Though I think back to God of War, I think that series actually does an okay job with it. I mean, it's still video gamey as hell. To like say, oh no!
Didn't survive that
I gave
one.
a thumbs up.
Yeah. Oh well. Continue. Sorry, Joe.
But no, there's that's about it. It's just such a video game thing. But at least there are games I think that give you excuses that don't just stick in your mind and annoy you.
Yeah.
I'm really curious about how Square is going to handle that with the upcoming Final Fantasy VII games.
Yeah.
Because like, imagine putting all of this time into a full-length RPG, leveling your characters up, and then like you start the next game. Are they just going to let you carry those levels over? Are they going to start you over at level 1?
Yeah,
again?
that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
I think they gotta keep it carrying on, but we don't even know how many games they're gonna be.
Yeah. Who
I'm
knows?
hoping it's a trilogy, but if it's a trilogy,
I
then
disagree.
Alex.
I disagree with that. Not
If
with
it's a trilogy, it's gonna be like a decade till we get all of them, if at least.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean that's I
They're
don't
not
know.
spitting them out every year.
This is hard because like, okay, so I'm not saying that I'm super optimistic about this. Like I understand that this is an unlikely scenario, but you're really doing it there, Alex.
Yeah, I'm gonna get dragged online. It's fine.
I understand this is unlikely, but remember that with Final Fantasy 13, they released 3 of those games like with 2 years between them.
Yeah.
Sure, but even the amount of time it took them to make this one, though, you got to kind of use that as the barometer for what we know, right? Or maybe they have a lot of the game built and we just don't know.
Yeah.
I think part of it would be like, you can't make this game without an eye toward the future about how some of that other stuff is going to work, right?
Right.
And
Oh, come on.
if they have if for this first one, a lot of that time might have been solving various like technical issues that now they have. I'm just saying I think it's possible that these games, I also am hoping for a trilogy, that they're like 2-3 years apart and not necessarily 5 years apart.
As someone who's pretty versed in that game, is it built for that trilogy style? Like
This is a
how
whole new ball game.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you guys both know that series well. Does it lend how, at least to start, that they're chopping it up? Does it seem like a trilogy would be a good idea for it?
I think that's the way to do it. I think that there's a lot of stuff in that game. When people think about that game, I don't think they remember how much of this stuff between the iconic bits feels a little like filler.
Okay.
I think that focusing on Midgar, oh boy, focusing on Midgar for the first game is smart. I think that you can make a second game give it sort of almost like a Final Fantasy 15 sort of road trip feel, where you go hit up a lot of the like major destinations along the way, and then then the third game is a little more that would be like the culmination of all of it. I think that would be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bring up a great point, though, Joe, of how they're going to handle progression, because that's what that game's all about, right? Like getting your summons, the pursuit of power, better weapens, materia, all that stuff.
Oh, you did
Got it.
Oh, yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Learning, baby. We're learning at all times.
If you take that away from players, it just seems wrong. Like, it doesn't seem like you're starting from square one. You're starting from chapter 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's part of what's confusing, is that at least like they haven't been talking about it at all. about how that works. Because at least with a game like Mass Effect, from the beginning, they were like, choices are going to carry over, but you're like, I think you sort of knew that your character build wasn't going to carry over.
Yeah. Right, and even the gameplay changed there, but they pulled it off, right? The continuation off.
Yeah.
This one is more of a direct continuation because it's like the middle of a book. It's like Mass Effect 1 was like the end of that book.
Yeah.
This, we know the full story, and they just chopped it up into multiple parts. So
that's a good point.
It's gonna be weird. Or do they just give you like a base, like if you're jumping into 2 for whatever reason for the first time, Final Fantasy 7-2 or whatever they call it, do they just give you like all the summons that you would have collected from the first game and a base set of materia and stats and blah blah blah?
Yeah, it's a good question.
I don't know.
And then let people that are continuing carry forward?
I don't think even that works because like
they say you're the only man.
For like, take a player like me, for instance, who I'm pretty into doing all of that post-game content. So let's say someone, if they just finish the game, there's going to be a huge gap there between a player who just finishes and a player who goes and beats all of the super bosses and gets all the best equipment and stuff. Like, how do you even balance for that at the beginning?
Maybe you balance it per player then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I people writing strategy guides will throw a fit, but
yeah,
you know, maybe you just up, you know, if you see someone has the best materia on, you know, the blade, like maybe you do raise the base stats of an enemy, or, you know, like certain things it's weak to, or I don't know, like
yeah, we'll see what happens.
Or they could just cancel 7 now and just not worry about it.
There's the internet just exploded at Reiner's suggestion.
Weeks away from release.
Yeah.
You know, a game you guys all have been
Farmer
waiting for.
Replay crew came up with an idea we didn't think about, and there is no solution. Apologies. Here's your pre-order back.
We never thought of that. Yeah.
Alex, let me say, you're doing a pretty good job against this guy here.
Thank you. I'm not quite. Nope. No! And it's gone. Joe, you cursed me.
You knew. That was my intent.
Yeah. He chose Renegade.
Joe lives Renegade.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta say, playing this still feels good, even though it's been a struggle at some points, as we've all seen. Man, that takes out a lot of health.
I'm kind of freaking out because recording from our house is starting to feel normal.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the 4th stream I've done with your video, and it's just like, it doesn't feel right. I wish we were back in the studio, but
yeah, I do too.
Though, you know, last week,
hear you people.
I did like Cork and I did an Animal Crossing stream last week, and that was really fun. Like, it was really, obviously it's more fun to like sit in the same studio and do it, but there's still something about like, hey, it's just like me and a friend just getting together, playing a video game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's better than nothing for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, I think we've made the best of this, and I think we've made some good content along the way too. I know there's been some headaches with it from Leo and my perspective, but
well, yeah, you're dealing with tech across numerous households and everybody using the internet at once, and
yeah,
it's a different world for sure.
Also,
but yeah, hopefully you viewers like it. If you have any feedback for us, let us know.
Yeah, if you have any suggestions or. It really.
One of your dogs has some feedback.
There's someone walking across the street, which is an emergency scenario.
Yeah.
No, your dog's saying, "Don't let the bald one back on the stream."
Okay.
That would be me. No,
that works for
Joe and I are both bald.
Handsomely so. Man, they give you no health in this.
No, you have health.
Unless it's like trying to boost you up to get the N60 or whatever.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, you got health. You're just losing it.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But
you got your gun at level 2 now.
Yeah. Like, is there something I'm missing? I thought I was like killing him.
No, you are, right? Yeah, you're taking his health down.
Yeah.
There we go. Special guest on the stream, my dog.
Oh, Pupper.
Which one's that?
This is Franklin.
Was he the barker?
Yeah, he was making noise.
And that's
Your
what
other dog is Leo?
Theo. Hey, buddy. Can you say hi? Can you say hi?
I do love that even in the midst of all this, though, I can still like pet and love my dog. That hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
Can't pet people
Joe
anymore.
can bring his dogs to the office. Like, they're well behaved.
Oh, I got
My
him
dog
that
is
time.
not.
Oh, nice.
That was surprised. That didn't see. Okay. Video games.
Now what? Keep the mask on. He thinks you are his new
Ah,
leader.
Clank.
Great.
Is that guy Captain Quark, or is that a different?
They're saying he's like lost his sanity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's a great part of this series, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hilarious.
Incoming call.
Let's see who we got.
This is Captain Sasha of the Starship Phoenix. The president
I was about to ask if that was a person, but then I looked at the ears. I was like, nope, that is not.
I see you have located Captain
Wait,
Quark.
what?
Yeah, we got him, but
Oh, I see what you're saying.
well,
Okay.
Yeah.
he thinks he's a monkey.
Of
Quark.
course. Bring him to the
Jeff
Phoenix
Quark?
and we'll see what we
Oh.
Captain Quark.
Captain Cork. Why have
He
we
does
not done
have-
this before? Yeah. There we go.
Look at you.
Look at me. Learning, burning and learning. And churning. All the above.
This is a nice way of masking load screens, by the way.
Yeah.
Look at that, Clank.
Not quite the Mass Effect elevator, but you know.
Welcome aboard the Phoenix, gentlemen.
That's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to about the next gen
President
stuff is
the
those
Phoenix is the pride of the
decreased load
galactic
times.
Yes.
Yep.
She's
Yep.
equipped with the
At least on
latest
PS5, right? Like, I guess Microsoft's saying they're going to have them too, but
Yeah.
that seems like something that Mark Cerny really hammered home as
Yeah.
something that SSD or whatever does really well.
Yeah. Also, Reiner, your mic's crackling a little bit.
VG9000.
Of course. With a Mavic
What makes that
Sparrow
happen?
controller, VR headset, and a
Dumb technology.
pad attached.
Okay.
We did the first stream we did from quarantine. It was Reiner, Leo, and I playing Warzone, and Reiner was playing on his Xbox and streaming from his PC. They didn't connect at all, but every time we started a match, his mic would start cracking. So I don't know what was going
Right
on.
at the beginning of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it.
Is this? Are we still playing? Are we rouletting? What are we doing?
Well, let's just go forward a little bit and then we can roulette.
Okay, cool.
And that's good. No,
Perfect. Yeah.
now we're going back in time a couple years to November 18, 2002 on the PlayStation 2, GameCube, Xbox, PC to play 007 Nightfire.
Look
at that.
The Pierce Brosnan age.
He was great.
He was. Until Daniel Craig came along and then kind of wiped the floor with him.
I mean, he's good. They're good in different ways. Let's say that much.
Yeah.
I don't know. That last Pierce Brosnan movie was not. I guess I always liked him as Bond, but that last one that he was in was not good.
Die Another Day.
Goldeneye, when he's in that tank, it's the best.
Yeah.
Goldeneye is good. I think I really like Tomorrow Never Dies
Yep.
also.
Yep.
I like The World's Not Enough.
I like that theme song a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
I've actually I went
1:55 p.m. This is 1:55 p.m.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe.
it's Easter time.
Yeah. Which would be weird because he's a British secret agent.
No, okay, yeah, that would be weird.
Maybe it said 7:55. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
this is a
One of
game I had in rotation at all. Like, it was this and Smash Bros. Melee, and when I was a kid, and I got away with the shooter at my parents' place because it was James Bond, so they knew James Bond, so that's why we played a lot of it.
So was this solely like a multiplayer thing for you?
I mean, single player 2 was fun, but when the buddies got together, we were doing like 4-player split screen, like
Sweet.
playing as Odd Job, like that kind of stuff. This is not as obviously not as illustrious as something like GoldenEye, but like this was kind of our GoldenEye for shooters.
Right. Okay. Well, GoldenEye changed the industry, right?
Oh yeah.
And then every James Bond game was held up to that standard. Obviously, this campaign's better, right? Or at least starts out better.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely more action.
Cool sequence.
Yeah.
I think so. I didn't play this game. I can't speak to it.
Yeah.
But I played Everything or Nothing, which is a James Bond game that came out, I think, a couple years after this one.
Yes.
Where was Agent Under Fire?
I don't remember.
It was right around this time.
Okay. Yeah, those are like the three. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just like, Everything or Nothing is one like that actually felt like a Bond movie. They got Willem Dafoe to like be the villain in it. It like just the story, the characters, the setup all felt James Bond.
Yeah.
But it was all wrapped around a 2004 PS4 third-person shooter.
Exactly.
PS2 third-person shooter.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they got Pierce Brosnan for the game too.
Well, they even got Sean Connery for Russia with Love.
Yeah. Which
now it's weird.
That's bonkers if you think about it, because he was kind of at the end of his acting career.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't Sean Connery's last movie Leave an Extraordinary Gentleman?
Yes, I believe so.
Oof.
Woo. Wow, really?
I think so. Oh, I love that car. Yeah. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, look it up, Ryan.
Yeah.
You're probably right, though, because that's the last thing I remember him in that was new. Yeah. Unless he did something like indie or whatever, but... The last thing I heard about him was like he was getting complaints from his like apartment because he was singing too loud or something.
That's incredible.
If we hurry, we can still.
Oh no! Oh, okay.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, he's gonna say it.
The name's Bond.
So, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was in 2003.
Okay.
And then he did something called Freedom: A History of U.S.
Smoke screen.
What is that?
It's just got to be like a documentary voiceover or something.
Yeah.
A 16-episode mini-series on the history of America.
Okay.
And then he did from. Then he did
this
From
is
Russia
gonna
with
control
Love.
real well.
He did the game From Russia with Love as a voice. And then in 2012, the animated film Sir Billy.
Everyone's favorite.
He's Sir Billy as Sir Sean Connery.
There it is.
Weird. Yeah, and then he called it quits. Peaced out.
I probably would too.
Okay, Alex, what was the line that James Bond was saying that you were so excited about?
He just did the cheesy name's Bond. James Bond.
Oh, okay.
It's like, he said it.
He's gonna say the thing that you know he's gonna
say. Exactly.
Oh man, I wonder.
Look at this.
Oh man, so good.
We should do a whole James Bond themed replay at some point.
Oh, that would be fun.
Like just jump in and out of like 5 or 6 different James Bond games.
That would be really, really good. Yeah, because we haven't done. I was looking through the replay wiki, and we haven't done a ton. I think we did Agent Under Fire, but I'm not positive. But Everything or Nothing,
maybe
I think, is
From
still
Russia
up
with
for.
Love.
I don't even think we did that.
There's a game with Daniel Craig.
Was there?
Happy New Year.
Oh yeah.
Dominique.
Hey, 6 feet apart.
Not today.
I think a license to kill also means he has a license to disregard social distancing.
I think you're right.
God, are we gonna ever get new movies again?
Hopefully one day. Reiner, this is all gonna end. I promise you.
18 months.
What's the new James Bond movie is called what? No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
Yeah.
Hey, Tori Amos.
Bond opening sequences are just some of the best things.
I love them so much.
I love the sequences. I love the songs. And so one of the first dates I went on with my wife was she got us tickets to go see a like live performance of a bunch of James Bond themes.
Oh, cool.
It was so cool.
Did you just marry her after like the second after that?
I mean, I tried. It took a little while, but it worked out.
Yeah.
Your favorite James Bond song?
Oh boy.
Mine's Live and Let Die. Like, that thing just kicks.
Yeah.
Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do. It's so good.
Let's see. Most memorable. I'm trying to think.
I really like the Man with the Golden Gun.
It's a good one. Yeah. I mean, Goldfingers is pretty iconic.
Goldfinger. Man, we killed it.
Yeah.
I thought I had it pulled up on Spotify here.
Story. There's a story going on here. Goldfinger, Goldeneye. Like Joe said, the world's on those.
I really like the song for Tomorrow Never Dies too. That's I think that was Sheryl Crow.
I think so. That sounds right. Yeah.
I like that one.
Casino Royales is really good, and Skyfall are both very, very good. And those are songs I could listen to like outside of like watching the movie.
Did you listen to the new one?
Billie Eilish's? Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I'm most excited to see it meshed with the visuals of what they're gonna do for that opening sequence, because I think then that's gonna be like the oh hell yeah moment.
Yeah. I'm surprised they released that before the movie.
I didn't even know that was out. I have to go check this out.
Yeah, it's solid. If you like Billie Eilish,
yeah.
Well, because I thought she was at the Oscars and everyone was like, "Oh, she's going to do the song at the Oscars," but they released it like a week later.
All right, Pierce, let's do this.
So the cool thing about this game was, at least from what I remember, is that there was like multiple different ways you could do this. Like there is a stealth section where you can go like around, or you can like kind of go in a little hotter. Oh no. Oh god, these controls. Oh no.
What's happened? Do you have them inverted terribly?
Yeah, let's see. Classic Bond.
Like the lady just jumping into the options screen and shooting her gun.
Oh, this doesn't
slick.
Look
See you later.
Fun here.
She's back.
Oh, this is real boring.
Oh. Where's the? All right, we'll try the classic here, because left stick is to look around, and then right stick is to move.
I think you just got to make it work.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh man, Joe.
There's so many able to do this.
There are so many good ways you can do this. You can go in hot. You can go stealthy. You can stumble around in a parapet for a while.
Oh,
yeah. How many martinis did you have?
I'm trying to see if I can like crouch before I like.
Oh yeah, do it. Yes.
Yeah, dance.
Oh man, any game with an electrocution weapon is
dance
okay in my book. Yes.
All right, he's good. We're good.
All right, we got to super replay this. We're not stopping.
If these controls weren't what they
that's
currently
part of the
are.
fun. It's part of what I'm really liking about this right now.
Ooh, get down.
Oh, you stood up.
By get down, you mean jump conspicuously in the air? Yes,
quite. Can I like aim this? Let's see. There we go. Come here, you.
This is such a mess.
See you bye.
Nice.
Can I get him too?
Yeah.
He seems unconcerned.
Yeah.
There we go. Man, this just does. My brain does not think this should be how this works.
Think about young, only 6 foot tall Alex.
Yeah. Oh no!
Oh, I'm sure in the midst of a firefight, these controls are going to be great.
That's why we'll. Okay, is the music still going? Okay, no, I think we're good. Nope, music's still going, but that's okay. We'll stealth it. No one can see me walking down this road. Well-lit road.
What are the spotlights looking for?
Me.
No, they're like, one guy's doing it. 2 guys are doing the job on the road.
Let's see. Can I take
They're
him
just
out?
spinning them in
I
circles.
think I remember I could take him out. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah. I was gonna bet that you absolutely could not take out those spotlights, so I'm glad I did not make that wager.
Me too.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You're out of sniper ammo?
Yep. And someone sees me. Where is he? I'm hearing it. I don't see it though.
This definitely took some cues from the beginning of Metal Gear Solid, didn't it?
They're like, Metal Gear who? Oh, there we go.
Well, I suppose to be fair, Metal Gear also took plenty of cues from James Bond, so it's give and take.
Come here. Come here.
Bond, what's wrong with you?
So this is obviously the loud approach, which I was trying to avoid.
famous marksman James Bond.
There we go. And no one inside the party heard me. Oh, here he comes. He's coming to save the day, baby.
Oh,
He might do it. You're reloading.
Yeah. There we go. My health has barely taken a lump.
So there's multiple paths.
There is multiple paths. I am terrified to try this, but we're gonna do it, right? For the fans.
Yes.
Oh God. Okay.
Are you scared of heights, Alex?
I am not actually. I love heights, but I'm scared of tumbling to my death. I've already done that enough today.
Gotcha. I have a friend who is scared of heights, and in games like this, like cannot do things like this.
Really?
Yeah,
Even in game?
Yeah, and he like absolutely cannot play Shadow of the Colossus because of that sense of like scale and height.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
And VR is just a non-starter for him then.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Please don't.
You gotta jump, man. You gotta get up on that
There we
thing.
go. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bond, go, baby. Take your time.
I kind of want to see him fall off, but not in
He
this
needs to
moment.
concentrate. He needs to concentrate.
What a path.
There's no transition animation there or anything. It's just like,
Just like, all right, we're here.
yeah, why not?
Where are you going?
I'm stealthing, Reiner.
This is awful.
This doesn't look like this was you were supposed to do this. This looks like a
Oh, cool.
accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, up till this point, it looks like a
Wait, what saw me? Oh no! No one saw me! Oh God, they're
scary.
shooting! They're shooting!
Well, at least you're in a good defensible position.
Childhood dies. Oh man!
Oh boy!
What a game! What
It's
a
so
game!
good.
It's so good. Don't
You
make.
know what?
Please don't make me do a super replay of this.
let's come back to this as our main segment next week.
I'll do it. Give me
Let's
some
do it.
time to get these controls down.
No.
No, okay, I can't play it again.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
it next week as our main game. 'Cause This
Okay.
game looks awesome.
Okay, I love it.
We'll pick up right here.
Okay.
All right, that's the end of the episode. We're going to cut this one a little short because this is a good game and we need to see Alex fail for a good hour. It fills my soul right now in these dark times with so much joy. I love it.
That's what I'm
but
here
thanks,
for.
Joe. Thanks, Alex.
You're welcome.
Thank you all again for watching. Hope you're all safe and quarantined as best you can. And we'll be back in 7 days.
Stay
Bye.
safe, everyone. Love ya.